Company blank canvas came from this idea that, walls are blank, obviously, right? And I could paint something on them, but the Greenville was essentially a blank canvas to me. There was all this space to paint. I grew up in Trumbull, Connecticut, Fairfield County. It was a good place to grow up. Moved to Miami, Florida after college and took work as a product illustrator for an invention company for a couple of years. It was a lot of fun. We drew a lot. I don't love being behind a desk. I think the more time I spent doing it, the more I realized that it wasn't really what I was supposed to be doing. Yvette, my wife, and I, we moved to Greenville. We visited a bunch of places. We went to Asheville, went to Wilmington, Charlotte, Charleston. I did more research and I was looking at Greenville's landscape and looking at public art and how it plays in the communities, and I started to realize there was this huge void. I met a guy, he worked with Goodwill. Just kind of how Greenville is, right? It's like kind of who you know, it's networking. He invited me to do a project with him and he had like a group of boys at a Goodwill community garden. Another artist knew that I did this project. She introduced me to this couple that lives in Poe Mill that were interested in having a community mural painted there. The building that it's on is Soteria, and the guy that runs that property does work with ex-convicts. He's doing real admirable work. That human painting was a paint by numbers, where I put an image up and labeled it, 1 through 10, and you came and got a cup and you went and you filled in the squares. Poe Mill is why I started the company. The experience of meeting the people and sharing it and working with them is like where the true value lies. I met a guy while working on Poe Mill. He runs a company, he's self-employed like myself, Crate Sustainable Furnishing. He brought me on this project downtown. It's like a painting dedicated to Greenville's textile history. I got called in to do a project at a school, Quest Leadership Academy, which is down by the Donaldson Center. So it was this idea of what do kids dream for? So inside that painting are, there's kids dreaming of being doctors or, a pilot or a astronaut or whatever. The Bria painting, I worked with a nonprofit. They kind of found me through the other community projects that I had done. So that painting is a mixed bag. It's part my work. The figures are the figures in the painting. The couple main characters, those are my drawings. The buildings though, like the fire truck and some of the other places in there and the flowers are all student-driven work. Sans Souci is my biggest mural in that format. It's French for carefree or, without worry. And I was like, oh, well, what better way to advertise your neighborhood than by painting something that the people there will love? And I caught a picture of my daughter, blowing a dandelion. What could be more carefree than that? That painting feels personal to me. It's the what comes next that I think I'm after. And doing the projects, starting off with Poe, the human painting, Bria High School, the stuff I'm working in schools. I use that expression, it's like heart work, because I feel like I'm making a difference. You're here, you live on this planet, you're doing things, what are you really doing? I'm just gonna keep making work. I'm gonna make work, I'm gonna make work, I'm gonna make work. And that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it until I'm no longer alive, right? Mark my words.